Hello my child, welcome back to another video. Today I want to discuss something that I get asked quite often. Now I did make a video about this matter whenever it first became a development, but I agree with all of you that it might be beneficial to create another explanation, as I made the first video before even 1K I think, and obviously the community has grown a lot since then. Some people that are new to it may not understand. On the poll asking all of you your opinions, the majority understood but thought this video was needed. However, there was a good chunk of people who genuinely didn't understand my reasoning for doing, well, keep watching. If you've been on my channel for even a minimal amount of time, it's likely that you know of my friending rule. On Roblox, the platform of which I create content for, I like to keep my friends list pretty clean. The only exception for this is on live streams, where I friend every viewer that wants to play for a certain amount of time. After the live stream comes to an end, I go through and unfriend everyone but a select few. Some people take this way more personally than they maybe should, not gonna lie. And for others, this just creates confusion. So let me clear this up. It's true, back when my channel first shifted to Roblox content, I friended every fan and kept it that way. Why did this change exactly? Well, for many reasons. First is for privacy reasons. I myself like to be extroverted on the outside, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty introverted on the inside. Meaning I won't open up to just anyone or have social energy to keep a conversation for a long period of time for someone I don't really know. My fans, of course, were always inclined to join me, and I totally get that. But it's just how I am as a person, how I don't like fans joining me on a daily basis. I just don't play Roblox just to play it. I have very minor Tourette syndrome. I won't go into what that is here, but you can look it up if you want for more information. I don't really have an issue with it much anymore. It was worse from about ages 3 to 10 or even 11-ish. But anyways, ever since I recovered from the horrible Tourette I had that caused me to pull out my eyebrows, I think I've been more inclined to do things with my hands while multitasking. I have a lot of mindless games on my phone for that. It's not really an issue, again, just my personal preferences. Now, this is going somewhere, I promise. I'm not just here to throw a pity party. I've become very interested in YouTube documentaries lately. Documentaries, yes. And they help me take my mind off the stress in my life. Whenever listening to these, I'll just hop on Roblox and play an obby or something similar. While I'm doing this, I tend to leave chat off as to not get distracted from the media I'm consuming. Most of my friends now understand this, and I make sure to have time to chat and play with them later. However, fans might not know this, and I really don't want them to have the sense that I'm ignoring them if I don't have chat open. And even just in my day-to-day playing, as I mentioned earlier, it's hard for me to hold a dedicated conversation with someone I don't know very well. And considering my quickly growing community, thank you so much, this causes more problems to arise. My friends list could eventually get full, some could feel left out, etc., etc. I don't want that to happen. It would just be a lot to handle within something that I could consider a coping skill to an extent. And the biggest thing to me is that, well, I don't want my fans to know me on such a personal level. This is not supposed to sound rude in any way, I promise. Let me explain further. Most things in my personal life relating to my mental health, etc., I keep off the channel for obvious reasons, unless I just need the occasional vent. Thank you all for the support, by the way. But these are things that you guys really need to worry about, even though I know you do, and I appreciate it. However, I despise making things public, and I only do so whenever I have absolutely no option. There have been many dramas in the past few months regarding the channel, but I haven't talked about them and don't plan to. All of you just honestly don't need to get involved, and as I like to say, don't fuel a fire already burning out. In order for myself to get past these situations and come out as a better person in the end, I consult my friends, as any teenage girl probably does, let's be honest here. Some of these friends who can honestly be like older sisters to me, well, I only really talk to on Roblox. If we're ever in a deep conversation about friend problems, mental health, etc., I don't want my fans to ever feel like they have to get involved in that. Content creating is my job, and so I want to keep a fairly professional relationship with my fans. Not entirely professional, of course. The most important part of YouTubing, in my opinion, is interacting with your fans and getting connected to them to some extent. Just, for me, not that personal. Not that connected. All of you are here to enjoy the content I make, and I want it to stay that way. Of course, there are some exceptions. Some very select few fans I get to talking to, and after first bonding on the channel, we bond outside of it too. I've made some of my best friends that way, and then later we get on a more personal level. But that happens very rarely. Moderators, no matter how close I am with them, though I'm usually pretty close with them, as I have to know I can trust them, are always on my friends list. None of the normal rules apply to them. They don't have to be super active on the platform alone, we don't have to be super personal, etc. Just people I trust to respect all my personal boundaries and support me, and that are open to consulting with me on occasion about the channel. My close and real-life friends, as long as they're active on Roblox, stay on the list too. And of course my closest online friends. I'm not totally close-minded when it comes to this though. Sometimes if I connect with someone in a game, I'll friend them and give them a try. If they aren't active, we don't share interests in games, which could lead to us getting to know each other better, etc. I usually unfriend them after some time. I just really like to monitor who I'm interacting with online and who I'm trusting to respect my boundaries. Also, though this isn't an issue very much, I like my personal friends to be around my age. Don't get me wrong, I love kids. I'm aware that there are many 8+-year-olds on my channel, and that's absolutely amazing to me. I love to be the best role model for them that I can possibly be. But as a middle schooler myself, being on that personal of a level with an 8-year-old might not be for me. I love creating content for them, of course, and encouraging them, just not being a close friend with them outside my platform. Most of my friends on Roblox are close to my age or a couple of years older. Some of my closest friends are in their later teens, 15 or so. There are some really genuinely wonderful 10 to 11-year-olds I've met as well. And I'm totally willing to make exceptions for any older person, to an extent, no 40-year-old men, as long as they're respectful of me. I've met some lovely elementary school kids that have great self-awareness and have a great mentality as well. Basically, to sum this whole rant up, I gotta get to know you first, and even then, it's a maybe. I'll try to make you happy with my content, no matter who you are until the day I die. It's just, for personal friends, I have to draw the line a little bit. Friending you all on Friday streams is absolutely the highlight of my week, though. Hope all of you understand, and this clears up some questions you might have had. If you have any more, I'll try to answer them in the comments. Love you all. Bye, my childs.